most unwise to see your presence, grandfather. You have reached the player age limit. It curses me to see you waste your final hours on some worthless news announcement.
I never raised you to use such foul language, my cornucopia. Besides, you are aware that I am present for every word spoken on that stage. I am still eager for a declaration of peace from the devils.
An impossibility, I'm sure. Please, let's flow through the rivers one last time.
I would never miss such a moment with you. But let me listen to these last few statements, and my devotion will close.
To this region of the overworld, players, mobs, and monsters of this Birch Forest, my name is Bloshei Zyhe. I represent the Overworld News Broadcast, the ONB. We welcome you to this announcement, for our lives are dreadfully short, so taking the minute to commit yourself to us means a great deal to us. We gather you here today to declare a temporary emergency. An unidentified pure Steve player has committed a heinous crime in the domains of the Entity that may shatter our current friendly relations with the kingdom, which is still in a state of reconstruction. Under the effects of an invisibility potion, this sneaky individual traveled to the distant End City and retrieved an elytra after a long journey across several islands. Equipped with fireworks and fire charges, the player then proceeded to attack the city and destroy the end ship and the tower that he retrieved the elytra from. He then went back to the main island of the End, still with a hunger of chaos, despite our ongoing ban of slaying the queen whilst it is in its youth. This pure player did just that and slayed the young queen Eyqux, all alone. Following her death, the pure player managed to steal their most prized possession, the Ender Dragon Egg. And he went home through the portal to continue flying around the overworld and destroy some of our precious land and a few homes with his fire charges. We already have one casualty from this situation.
Oh, God, I hope it wasn't Niall.
Your husband, I presume?
Worse, my brother. He destroyed my house, you know.
All siblings do that, though.
He destroyed my house while I was inside. Killed my dog. I left with half a heart. Lost everything.
Okay, I'll take my leave now.
This player is wanted on all biomes of this overworld, and is considered to be extremely dangerous. If you have any sightings of this individual, or have any leads on the identity of this criminal, report to the players in power immediately. Keep your eyes open and your heads up.
She's talking as if we blink.
In the meantime, the End will remain in panic as the Queen had no heir, being so young. They are currently working on resolving the situation, but it looks like the Ender monarchy is crumbling as we speak. A new government, a new alliance, we will see eventually. In other news, the long-awaited child of Harry and Quilks Poldenster has finally been spawned into our overworld. Quilks Poldenster, for a brief refresh, was the final interspecies of this overworld, following the Grand Massacre of 1.10, where the interspecies were assumed to be spies of the Nether in the End, and to which were all to be slaughtered to protect the overworld. We now realize that assumption was false, and that they are just as much of a player as the rest of us.
You know what? I can't take this anymore. We're always talking about the poor Endermen and the poor interspecies. Shut up! They're going to tear us apart and you all know it. It'll be the end! Y'all wouldn't stand up for this!
Anyway, continuing on, apologies for that brief interruption. She found love with a wizard named Harry and has lived in safety since. Here we are, the celebration of their newborn child. The family reveals that this child was born a little girl, and in the species just like her mother. For which soul she inherited is unknown as of now. So far, they refer to her as CJ, and wears a purple dress, has purple hair, and a golden crown on her head. Might as well be the Purple Princess, don't you think? That girl is going to grow to be something special someday. With that, we are done with today's announcements. Refreshers are in the chest nearby. Have a great day, players. This is ONB signing off.
Glorious news from the end today! Our long-lived enemies that infest our veins of netherrack have done us a great deed, without the intention to surrender, of course. Thanks to me and my family, we are healing quite well following the war against the Endermen. We live in prosperity whilst the slender ink stains suffer in destroyed houses and many, 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 many delicious deaths. Just when we thought our win could not get any sweeter, I gathered a report from my trusted assistant here. Assistant, I grant you the fire of this gathering. Everyone watch. Queen Eyqux is dead! That is right, she is dead! Slain by the filthy arms of a player of the overworld. Not by any sword, however. By fire charges. Gas! Slain! This explains our shortage of gas. Our father would like me to express his displeasure for him. You sick and competent collection of crap! Players are still here! You have not captured enough! In fact, you have captured none! You'd better work this out, or I'll send you out to the roof to starve and suffer! Anyway, I do have more good news. This player in question also decided to steal our most fiercest shield of dominance. The long-respected dragon egg was swapped out of the quantum forces and into the overworld, where it remains to be taken. This does not mean that we shall not respect the egg no longer, as it is rather bad for the players to take such a thing. This is a kingdom, not a gift shop. It's as if the players would steal the very head that curls our father's brow as long as he is on this throne. This does mean, however, that their defenses are even lower. No queen, no egg, no rule. Prepare your forces, Piglins! We must overthrow this place once and for all! And we must do it in secret, or the players will fight back at us again. And Father would not like that very much now, would we? This concludes my position here and the King's declaration. Y'all know what to do. Long live the Golphez family! Retreat!
Oh, dearest me, I must warn the rest.
Devastated are we. Assistant to the Queen Pxqi speaking. I stand here, bowing my head. Hours of the same moment lie behind me. I long for safety. We long for security. Naked, standing here, we continue to be. Our queen, so young and sweet, slain once more, much like her ancestors. Unlike her ancestors, she bore no children. What will be on now, Pxqi? We lack a royal heir. I beg of you, rest my attention. Devastated are we, assistant to the Queen Pxqi speaking. The future remains unsure. With her life stolen, our hearts broken, and our stolen token, we have no choice but to anticipate the inevitable. I expect the Nether to bring us down and the rest of our houses. We would call upon the players, but we are not so sure now. What do you think? I shall leave this to debate. Continue reconstruction efforts as normal. I fear we might have to release a few prisoners from the end city. Need help! More than usual. They are ones to suffer too.
A few losses are present there following the destruction that concurred. I wouldn't dare to leave them in their loneliness. It is what Her Highness would have wanted. Devastated are we. Assistant to the Queen Pxqi speaking, a ceremony will be carried out soon, honoring the late Queen and her dreadfully short reign. We will communicate to you 5 individuals of the final preparations. Hug your loved ones close. I long for my best friend, who is one of the missing from the Great War. I shall keep my special someone close. I shall do the same for my children. Come closer, my lilacs. Our newly appointed representative, Emma, will figure things out. I trust her with my life. Can you do that, Emma? On my honor for the Queen. I shall do my best to find a princess. Devastated are we. Assistant to the Queen Pxqi speaking. May our lovely Eyqux rest in the stars. Meeting is adjourned. Rest easy on these hard times.
This is our home, darling. You shall ever need to visit us again when you depart. Recall these coordinates I've written in this book for you. Visit often!
Yes, visit often. Of course you'll stay here for a few days whilst we teach you the fundamentals of life, of course. I mean, we aren't born to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yep. Welcome to the overworld, CJ. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. So, where do I begin?